What's going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well today. And for today's video, I wanted to just talk about just the insane year that Nintendo has had, from the release of Tears of the Kingdom to the Mario movie. I just think Nintendo has had just an amazing year, and I just wanted to kind of talk about why, in my opinion, 2023 is probably the best year that the Switch is going to have in its life cycle. So let's get into it. So the first reason why I think that this year has been no doubt the best year on Switch is the fact that there's been such a wide variety of games that have released this year, from Pikmin to Kirby to Fire Emblem to Zelda to Metroid. There's just been something, I think, for every target demographic to gravitate towards. I think that since Nintendo has released such a wide variety, I think everyone this year has found something to play. And one of the things that really just blew my mind is the fact that we got Metroid Prime Remastered back at the beginning of the year, which I was definitely not expecting. I had lost all sense of hope that we were going to get that game, so I'm just really happy that I ended up being wrong and that the game is here and that it was shadow dropped. I lost my mind whenever that happened, so I'm just glad it's here. Another reason why I think that this year has definitely been just amazing is that while we have been getting insane releases, we have been getting great DLC for already existing games. Mario Kart has been getting great new additions with the Wave 4, Wave 5, and Wave 6 expansion pass. We're still waiting on Wave 6, but Wave 4 and Wave 5 have been great this year, and I know we're going to get one more wave before the year is over, but they've all been great. And the same goes for Mario Rabbids, the Tower of Doom, and the Last Spark Hunter. I've really enjoyed those. The Tower of Doom, of course, is not really my favorite of the two. I really like the Last Spark Hunter, and I'm super excited for the Rayman DLC that's releasing in just a few short weeks. I'm really excited to be playing that, and the fact that Rayman is back, I'm just really excited. And Splatoon 3 has more DLC that's going to be releasing before the year's over with, hopefully. They never really specified that it was coming in 2023. They just said it was coming sometime in the future. So hopefully 2023 is going to be when it comes out. But even more so, I just think that Nintendo has had some just great DLC for already existing games, and I'm just happy that those games are still carrying on strong despite the new releases that are gravitating a lot of the hype. And speaking of hype, the Mario movie has finally released this year, and I had such a great time with this movie, just going to see it. And I remember just all the controversy that was surrounding of the casting and all of that, with Chris Pratt as Mario, and was that going to work? Was that going to fit? And it ended up working and fitting really well, in my opinion. And so I really enjoyed the movie, and it's out on DVD now, and we can watch it and experience it so many times. And Nintendo has made so much money, and I have no doubt that there's definitely more movies coming from them in the future. It may be a long time before we see those movies, but I have no doubt that they're definitely in the works. We definitely don't have to worry when it comes to future Nintendo films. But along with the crazy success of the Mario movie, we finally got the long-awaited release of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not going to spoil anything here in case you haven't played the game. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys are all enjoying it too. This has been my most anticipated game for the longest time, and I'm sure it's been all of yours as well. And now that it's finally here and we're playing it, I have a big review coming later on about everything, about my whole experience with the game, and I can't wait to tell you guys about it. It's going to be awesome. But another thing I really enjoyed about this year is the fact that we ended up getting a huge new addition to Nintendo Switch Online, and that is Game Boy and Game Boy Advance, which added some of my favorite games, period. Minish Cap, Superstar Saga, Metroid Fusion. All three of those games I have played so much since they released on the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance NSO, and I'm just so happy that they're here. And we recently got Oracle of Ages and Seasons. I've just been having so much fun with those games, and now that Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games are here, it's just slowly kind of proving my theory that I've been having for a long time. I think Nintendo is slowly making the Switch the ultimate Nintendo machine. We have NES, SNES, N64, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance. They're starting to shadow drop GameCube games. They shadow dropped the Metroid Prime Remastered, and they shadow dropped Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2. And so I wonder which GameCube game they'll shadow drop next. Who knows? But if they start shadow dropping GameCube games, and they've already ported a good many Wii games over to the Switch with like Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, Super Mario Galaxy with Super Mario 3D All-Stars, Skyward Sword HD, they're beginning to port a lot of the greatest hits, so to speak, of each console. And so I hope in due time that the Switch will become the ultimate Nintendo machine, and maybe hopefully it carries over to the next system, whatever that system just so happens to be. But all in all, guys, I have really enjoyed this year for Switch. I don't think I've ever had this much fun with my Nintendo Switch since 2017, when we got Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, ARMS, all those games. It really just feels like a repeat of that year with the release of Metroid Prime Remaster, Fire Emblem, Pikmin, Kirby, Zelda, Metroid. Everything just has released, and I feel like everybody has had something to play this year, and I think it just feels so good to be a Nintendo fan right now. And the coolest thing is that it's not even over yet, because before the year's over, Nintendo has 2 more amazing games that they're going to release, and that is Super Mario Bros. Wonder that comes out in October, and the remake, remaster, call it what you want, of Super Mario RPG. And as someone who is a huge fan of the Mario RPG series, like the Mario and Luigi series, and even Paper Mario series, I've never played Super Mario RPG, and I cannot wait to dive into that. And I'm just happy that we're getting this on the Switch. It'll be nice to experience that type of gameplay again. I've really missed it, and so I cannot wait to experience that, and I'm excited to see where the Switch is going in 2024. I know there are rumors and speculation about Nintendo's next-gen system, and that it might be announced in 2024, and that it might release then. I don't know. I'm just happy that we've had an amazing year this year with Tears of the Kingdom, with the Mario movie, and with just a sprinkle of releases all throughout the year. Just something I think everybody can gravitate towards too. And I hope you guys have had just as much fun playing your Switch this year as I have. So now I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think that this year is the best year for Nintendo Switch? Comment below and let me know. And what has been your favorite thing to play this year? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're new here to the channel, please consider subscribing. The support means so much. Thank you so much for watching. And until the next video, everyone, take care.